Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Blake Damon here with another Sims 4 speed build. Today we're going to build a house for Halloween. I know it's a bit late, but better late than never. This was supposed to come out last week, but we went out on a holiday, me and my partner, and I brought my laptop, but forgot to bring my power cord. So that was great thinking, wasn't it? And then this week I got sick after our trip. So I've just been sleeping a lot and working, trying to work and trying to sleep at the same time. I know one does not help the other, but one can try. I mean, I'm still not 100% now, but at least it's better than I was. Anyway, let's talk about this build. As I was saying before, this is actually a build for Halloween. So it's supposed to look like a haunted house. I Googled haunted house and came up with this image. Wow. I really like it, but it's just a little bit too big. And I usually like to build tiny homes, if you hadn't already realized. So I actually had a lot of fun trying to figure out how I could fit this massive looking build in under 100 tiles. And what I ended up with was this 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, 2-story house, which I am actually pretty proud of. With this build, I kept my word and only used base game and one pack, which was spooky stuff. I actually started off with base pack, spooky stuff, and the vampires pack, but I wanted to keep my word, so I took away vampires and only built with spooky stuff at base game. This made things a lot harder, because spooky stuff doesn't have a lot of stuff. It's only got like a sofa, a couple of chairs, a table, and that's it. And then I was going to use the vampire stuff for the furniture that isn't in the spooky stuff, like beds and toilets and showers and stuff like that. But I promised you guys a base game and one pack, so I'm gonna give you guys a base game and one pack. It's a shame because the spiderwebs in the vampire stuff pack are far superior than the spiderwebs in the spooky stuff pack. But we make do with what we have. And these limitations and things that make it difficult are actually what make a challenge fun. Otherwise, it's just too easy and it's not really a challenge then. Initially, when I first started doing this build, I wanted the build to look extra creepy, like really scary looking, like really old and spiderwebby with cracks on the walls and stuff. Unfortunately, the stuff in the spooky stuff pack isn't actually that spooky. So I gave up that idea and decided to just go with the flow with the spooky stuff pack, like the vibe. And it kind of feels like a kid's haunted house sort of thing where it's like scary, but not really, kind of just mock scary. Does that make sense? Like if I wanted to have a fun Halloween party, I would decorate my house with the stuff in the spooky stuff pack. Speaking of Halloween, did anyone get dressed up? And if so, what did you get dressed up as? Me, I went as myself and stayed home. Yeah, Halloween's not that big here in Australia, so yeah. I mean, it's starting to get bigger, but when I was growing up, no, it wasn't really a big thing. Plus, I grew up in a super conservative Christian household, so Halloween was considered demonic and some form of Satan worship. So yeah, did not happen when I was growing up. But even though I didn't get dressed up for Halloween this year, I did make a costume for my grandniece. Anyone heard of the Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas? It's this guy. My nephew wanted to dress up his daughter as this guy, so I bought a pattern from Etsy and he bought the yarn and I made this. It's all crocheted by me and hand stitched. It took me, I think, a couple of weeks to do. I almost didn't get it done in time and they actually came over and waited for me to finish it. But I got it done eventually and yeah, my grandniece looks so cute in it. Anyway, back to the build. I think right now I am just doing finishing touches. I decided just to give everything a bit more of a spooky look, I would sort of rotate all the furniture so it wasn't all like straight and aligned. And I reckon it actually looks better when things are slightly off kilter. I don't know why. It makes it look more natural, I guess. Yeah. And after some light landscaping, flybys. All in all, I really like this build. I was a little surprised actually because I didn't think I would be able to make a build like this using only base game and a pack with barely anything in it. But I did. I managed. And yeah, it turned out great. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me. If you made it this far, don't forget to reward yourselves by giving this video a like, a share, and by subscribing to this channel. As per usual, if you'd like to download this build, I will produce a link in the description down below. And if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Once again, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you next time.